Welcome to the Shy Girl Podcast, where we lead with faith, hope, and love while learning through one another to serve a better purpose.
Welcome back, guys,
to the Shy Girl Podcast.
It's your girl Laurel.
It's your girl Leah.
Back again with episode 4Z.
4Z's.
Titled
What is
Love?
What is love?
What is love? So simple yet.
Alright, so
But-
yeah, guys, we're gonna be talking about what is love today. And
Yeah.
that could be very broad, it could be very
We'll see where it goes. But obviously, before we start any of our podcasts,
What will we do? Icebreaker.
Let's get started. So we have them on the floor today. Well, I have mine on the floor. We're gonna start off with Quick Pig.
Okay.
Because I didn't want it in my chair. It was making me uncomfortable. But
Pete.
let me pick a good one. That don't count. I'm gonna do orange.
You're looking. That's not time out. Time.
I'm not looking.
Tom,
I'm not looking.
How
I promise.
Tom,
Y'all, these are
time out.
folded up. So
how
technically,
how are you
looking?
going to sit there and say
Okay,
I'm
well,
a
then
pick?
you-
You pick your own, but you be cheating.
I don't.
Y'all done watched our other videos. Have we ever sat there and chose a color first? Tell Rail, don't start to do that, girl.
I got. What am I excited to lose?
What are you excited to lose?
I think
What does
I'm
that
excited
mean?
to lose my last name. You know,
That's
as a woman,
good.
you know.
That is really good though. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Like, cause you're not.
But yes, I'm excited to lose my last name.
That's actually really good. Like I'm saying, like that question, what are you excited to lose? That most definitely lost
It is
me.
kind of hard.
Cause it's like, what do you mean? What am I excited to lose?
Because it's like you kind of like you don't want to say nothing too crazy too. Because like, what if it's valuable to you actually?
That's what I'm saying. So why would you be excited to lose it?
Yeah.
But how you change that around and put a positive little
Of
twist
course.
on it. That was actually really good.
Well, Shy Girl who?
Shall I go where?
Period.
Change our last name.
Yeah.
That was really good though.
Thank you.
I kind of can't piggyback off of that one.
That's fair.
So, what's next?
Roll the dice.
Roll
The
the dice. And we got the dice right here today, and we are going to give it a nice little roll.
Okay.
Shall we?
That was pretty.
Be kind. And I feel like that's really kind of easy, you know, be kind to everybody. You don't never know nobody's situation.
Agree.
It's like, and who wants to be mean? Like, why are you so mean?
That's
Like,
so ugly.
that's not a cute trait to have. You should be nice to everybody. You might be a blessing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And just because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, that don't mean you go projecting that to everybody. You be kind to every person.
That's agree.
That's how I'm feeling. That's just how I feel, though.
I agree.
You agree?
But what is love, Leah? What is love to you?
What is love to Lee? Love to me is a unconditional feeling that I have developed for a person, place, thing, object, you name it.
Okay, dictionary.
You know, you can't. I feel like that is a taught characteristic, taught
Agreed.
trait. You know, I feel like, but you know, it also I feel like, I don't know, love is just so broad.
It is.
You know, but I feel like that is the best way I can more so define it.
Yeah.
Love is just you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful
it
feeling.
is.
What is love to you? How would you break that down?
I think love is sweet.
Love is kind.
Love is patient.
Love is felt most when it's genuine.
Genuine. Kurt Franklin.
Kurt, we love you. Shout out.
But besides what Kirk says, I think love is honest.
Yeah.
I think love is unconditional, but I do understand if it is conditional for some. I think love is freedom, but I genuinely think overall love is growth. Like, love is no matter where you at in life, you're able to physically see, but also mentally be aware of like your growth and, you know, how you're moving through life.
Yeah. I feel like what is some things that you can truly say off the top of your dome that you love? Like, what can you really say that you love right now?
I mean, I love my family. I love
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
I love love. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I do have a genuine love for people.
Okay.
Have you ever been told growing up, you're supposed to love everything and everybody?
Yes, for sure. I feel like that is most definitely it was a taught thing from, at least from my parents to their kids. You treat, basically kind of like what my dad said, you treat everybody the same. You treat people how you want to be treated. You treat people kind. You treat people with love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be in love with that person to treat them like you got some common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that should be that most definitely, I know. And I feel like, of course, obviously everybody is not taught or raised the same.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like that should be just a common courtesy type thing.
Yeah.
But
I think too, it's like there obviously now it's like we talking about it. There are like different types of love and stuff.
It is.
And like, I think there's like something that's called like active love, where you're like actively loving that person, because like y'all relationship or what y'all have built it's based off y'all relationship and those things. And then you have like that.
So I have a question. So when you think about love, do you automatically tie it into a person? Because I keep hearing you bringing up person, people, or relationships when we talk about love. So is there not, like, is there a reason why you're kind of more so going to the relationship aspect of it?
Well, when I say relationships, I mean all relationships. Like your relationship with your tissue box, or your relationship with like it could be an object or it could be a person.
Okay.
For me, but I was more so saying about that type of love is based off your relationship to that, versus while like you can have like godly love, and that's just a love for everything and everyone, with or without knowing them or knowing like anything about that person or about that object. You just have a love for it just being created, like it's just being here, you know?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off you when you mentioned a godly love. One of a scripture that popped into my head, and I don't want to misquote. But I know I heard it so much growing up, and still do to this day or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll make sure we put it down too. But it's coming from Matthew 22:37, and it reads, "Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." That's the 37th verse, and I'm going to skip to the 39th verse, and then it goes into say, and the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Yes. And I hear that so often, most definitely in church as well.
Yeah.
And I think more so just what that means is kind of what we were saying. You treat everybody the same. You love. You might not personally, obviously, know your neighbor. Like, we could be living next door, and I might not have actually ever physically had any type of altercation with you. But why would I love you any less?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who am I to, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that really just sticks with me and more so.
Yeah, I feel like it's giving the love that God would give anybody. Like
anybody.
It's giving that same energy basically. And truth be told, like I know God knows all of us, but
He loves all of us.
Yeah, but it's like it's crazy. Like when you think of how many people it is in this world, God loves and knows all
seeing and all knowing,
all millions of them, and it's crazy. And it's like that's the type of love we should always exuberate. We should always
that was good.
Yeah, we should always show godly love, because like you don't know what people could be going through, or you don't know if you could be the catalyst to their issue and problems and stuff. Now they going off on you, and you like, wow.
You said some great words today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're big, they're broad, I like that.
Thank you. But so it's like with love, do you think love is truly unconditional? Like not in
I don't know.
I'm not gonna take away from any aspect. Do you truly believe love can be unconditional?
I feel like love can be unconditional because I will say I feel like, obviously, I really do feel like God loved me unconditionally. But obviously, besides that, I do feel like my parents have always loved me in any unconditional way. You know what I'm saying? Like those that will always be, other than God, like I said, always my parents will always be my first love. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the one that kind of groomed me and molded me into the woman that I am to this day.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like obviously to this day, with me being 25 years young or whatnot, they still shower me with love. You know, that don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You don't stop now that I'm grown or that I'm out of the house or I graduated high school, whatever the case may be. You know,
Right.
So I feel like that I can truly say that is real. Do you feel like you have given unconditional love to someone? All honesty.
I feel like now I am learning what unconditional love looks like. I don't think at first I was able to recognize what's unconditional love, because like unconditional love is not disrespectful, and unconditional love does not, it's not painful, and it does not, it shouldn't hurt.
Well, love can be pain though, because we did just say that.
Yeah, like I feel like you know, you could have good times and bad times when it comes to love. I absolutely agree. But as far as like intentional, I guess it's more so the intentions behind it.
So my next question to you is, when is the last time you were in love? That you think you were in love. Like, and I know you did just give an example as far as like now that you kind of know what it feels like or what you feel like you should kind of have a feeling for or whatever. But when's the last time you thought you was actually truly in love? You don't gotta say like no names or anything. I guess like time frame type something.
I mean, I feel like
the year, make, model.
I couldn't keep it honest. I mean, when I was with my son's dad, I very much did feel like I was in love, and that was based off what I thought being in love looked like.
Right.
And obviously that was based off of what I grew up in and what love looked like when I was younger as well. So I think that was a time when I thought maybe that I was in love, or that I was getting the love that, you know, that was necessary for me.
Okay.
You know,
that's fair.
Has there ever been a time where you felt like you were in love with someone or something?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I don't. For me personally, I don't loosely throw the word love around. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fair.
You know, and I love my friends and everything, but as far as experiences dealing with actual relationships, like with my significant other or whatever the case may be, at that time frame, anytime I've been with any of my significant other, I truly and genuinely thought I was in love. You know, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I probably now, after the fact and stuff, I probably can look back and say, maybe I wasn't, or maybe it was just literally in that time frame and stuff. You know, I've been in relationships previously as I got older and stuff. So obviously I probably thought I was in love in 5th grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as like, I can't say I really actually truly thought that I was in love and stuff.
I mean, that's
but
fair.
I can also say my definition of love changes, and it has changed obviously as I got older, as I've experienced real and real, like, you know, different situations and stuff.
Like I said, love is growth.
Love is growth for sure.
That is the key. But like, I feel like love changes throughout the years.
Yeah,
and I feel like how you receive love and how you give love changes over time and stuff. I don't think there's one set way to love.
No.
And I don't think there's one set way you should accept love.
That's true too. And I also feel like, first of all, everybody loves differently, and everybody receives love differently, and everybody might give love totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it kind of also is what you prefer, and if you prefer and you know what you want, that most definitely should be something you should vocalize. You shouldn't settle. You shouldn't start getting a love that, like you said, that you know that ain't how you want or need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you gonna do? What is that doing for you? For real? You know what I'm saying? That's not that unconditional love, because that could also be somebody thinking that they're loving you unconditionally, even though they're loving you in an unconditional way that they think is right for you, but in reality, who is it benefiting? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm saying, as far as should you still choose to love that person unconditionally, even though that love is not active anymore?
I feel like, just with the meaning of love, and for sure what I've learned and what I have been learning, especially with this past year, you only should receive what you are also putting out. You know what I'm saying? So as I can kind of understand what you're saying, as far as for a fact you give unconditional love.
Yeah.
But what I feel like, what the eye-opening moment more so would be, though, if you're not receiving that unconditional love, why would you even continue to be giving that unconditional love more so?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you obviously, I would think more so too, where we are at in life, nobody will even be coming into our life if they're not even giving us that unconditional love. Because what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
so the point where you realize that person is no longer giving you the love that giving you that unconditional love.
Because,
that's when it should. I
can't pour into something that isn't also pouring into me. I wouldn't even know how to love that person anymore when I'm realizing they're not loving me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, because I ain't God.
Yeah,
God love everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so yes, and we're human. So it's like, I might still have love for that person, but would that person still get that unconditional love? For what?
Yeah, I agree. Which is why, I understand why some people love is conditional. I don't think it's anything wrong with having conditional love, but I do feel like at the same time that person who is showing,
I feel like that word is just so like strong to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I feel like unconditional love, I feel like I said, that's the only people I can actually truly say I've gotten and received any unconditional love for, in the correct way, not no on and off, would be my parents. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, because they are the ones that birthed me, they're the ones that raised me, they're the one that groomed me. I do feel like I have not personally received that true unconditional love yet in my life, because if I have, I feel I probably will be married or something by now or something. And I'm not saying that it can't never come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it might not ever come. God forbid, I hope it do come. You know what I'm saying? So I can continue to grow. So I can continue to build a family and everything. But I feel like, I guess it's kind of hard to try to figure out if and when and where I got that unconditional love, or if I would give that to someone else if I have not truly. And now that I feel like what I've been through and everything, and with this past year, well, now that I know, I wasn't even getting that unconditional love from the people that I actually thought I was, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So I feel like I just kind of can't really follow, because it's like, now I know, so I can't loosely throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can.
That's fair. I think I was going to say, I think I start off with unconditional love because I don't necessarily know.
And I feel like that's a good
trait I don't know. So it's like
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like, yes, I'm gonna give you
put your all, and
unconditional love.
Because why would you step into anything without giving your all? So that, I feel like that's a valid point.
What anyone deserves. But I do think over time, once I realized that my unconditional love is not necessarily being reciprocated, but being taken for granted. Yeah, I think that is when it starts becoming conditional.
More so, your kindness getting taken for weakness.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So I think that is when my love becomes conditional, but obviously only to that individual, and it's never permanent. It can always change. How do you know when you are receiving love?
I mean, I feel like just by what people are within their actions, within their words, it's like kind of it's everything. It's the same thing. How you know when somebody like you? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's with the things that they're doing. It's with the things that they're saying. It's with the things that they're paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it would be the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that they could probably pick up to as to, how do you know Leah really loved me? Oh, well, because, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it can be so raw, but it's most definitely, it's what sticks with you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I feel it. I think I know what love. I know when I am receiving love, when I know that person is studying me. Like that person is truly learning me.
So what I'm trying to figure out how to word this. What is love not?
Love is not toxic. Love is not disrespectful. Love.
I don't know. Love isn't easy. It's just that for me, like, love is just not easy to just throw away. Love is not easy to just give up on. You know, I feel like, because for me, like I said, I don't play about love. I don't
I've dealt with a lot. So
I just don't throw that around. You know what I'm saying? I just don't tell anybody I'm in love with them and stuff like that. So I feel like love is a fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, like you said, it's not disrespect, not toxic. So the second we get toxic, it's disrespect. It's like,
what are we doing?
It makes me starting to question a lot. Like, do you really love me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. And I feel like I do feel like, after asking that question for sure too, it's easier to say what love is not than more so what it is, because people use it so loosely towards where,
that's fair.
They use it so loosely towards where, is that even really love? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it was, how did you just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that. And I feel like, so for me, with anybody I've ever told them I love them, I promise you, you could tell me there's something that I either did or something that I said or something that I followed up on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, because it's like, I don't know.
That's fair. I think I could piggyback off of what you were saying. I think it is. I think love, it is easy to define what it's not, because I feel like when you know yourself, you know what you're not dealing with.
Yeah, you know you're not going to deal with this.
You know what the type of love that you need, but also too, you know the type of love you deserve, because you know what you put out into the world, like what you give,
and you know what you want.
Yeah, like I feel like that should be the only expectation of love in general, is you should only expect what you give. So whatever type of love, whatever type of love you're giving, you should expect that in return, nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less.
And if you can't accept, like, if you can't accept that, then maybe that's not the person you should love. Or Lord, that sounds bad. Lord forgive me. Not that maybe that's not the person you should love, but maybe that's not the person you should share your love with.
Yeah. I feel like anybody knows when just something ain't, like, when they get do this person. Like, I feel the second when you start to question if the way you should be treated, or the way you should be loved, or the way you should be, you know what I'm saying, groomed, or the way you should be pursued, that is a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do, and I think it's calls for a conversation. Like, it calls.
And if you can't have mature conversations, if you and that person cannot have that sit down talk without being, like you said, disrespectful, without being toxic, what is love?
Because love is not the feeling. Love. Sorry, God. Love is not when you start to question yourself. That's not where that part comes in. But when you express yourself and how they receive it, that will show you if the love is there.
I honestly really just feel like it relates to how we started off the podcast. What is love? Love is patient.
Yeah, kind.
Love is kind.
Sweet.
Love is sweet. Love is felt most when it's genuine. I feel like that's just, I feel like personally that actually hit on everything we just said throughout the podcast. And she said it's not disrespect, it's not toxic. Yeah. Well, if you're being kind, if you're being patient, if you're being sweet,
it will take you a really long time to get to the disrespectful.
Yeah, it will take you a long time to sit there and start questioning what is love. Because it should literally be that simple. If you can't sit down and have a face-to-face mature adult conversation with somebody, if you can't not raise your voice or cuss somebody out or put your hands up, what are you doing? What is love? You will be asking yourself that every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's not a good feeling. You know what you want. You know what you deserve. You need that unconditional love. So you'll get it.
Yeah. I mean, at any point you feel like you're not receiving unconditional love, I feel like it's safe to have those conversations. I know, like you said, love is not easy to throw away.
Yeah. And I don't expect... It's not an easy conversation.
Yeah.
It can be painful. It can be, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's just, I feel like it's just, if somebody really loves you, it's just not that hard. Like, it's not that hard. I don't care how upset I am. Going. Yeah, it's not that hard. It's harder to give up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, I feel like, okay, I can say, like, when it's not when you are questioning, but when you are now at a point where, not if you're questioning yourself on whether you're receiving love, but now if you're at a point where you're like, I don't know if I can give this person
anymore.
I feel like that is when, because you can't, so it's fine to, like, see, like, what other people are doing, but who am I to say that this person is not, if that's all the love they know how to give, if they know how to give love that way, it's like I could tell them that love is not, it's a toxic love, that love needs to grow and stuff.
But I feel like that would be more so like irrelevant. Like, yeah, somebody can hit you with, well, I never been loved, but that's toxic. Because first of all, how are you trying to explain? That has nothing to do with, if we are in a situation and I'm telling you I love you and I'm trying to teach you and tell you how to love me, I'm not trying to hear about nothing about that. Don't make sense. Because if you love somebody, you're going to take your time to love that person. If you love somebody, you're going to take the time to listen to that person. It's not going to have nothing to do about where you came from, how you used to be loved, the way, you know what I'm saying, the way you was taught. Like, okay, that's different. This is a new person. This is a new, I'm telling you how I'm taught, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So it's like, that's another thing too. The second you getting excuses or da da da, it's just, you already setting yourself up. I mean, that's just real. You already set yourself up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but like I said, like I think more so the focus should be on you as an individual, because like in the day you can't control that person. Like if that's how they choose to love and stuff, it's like, who am I to make you feel bad for it?
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
you're
it's like
not there to make somebody feel bad. But you are there to then take yourself into consideration.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's not asking for much.
Yeah.
To ask for somebody to love you because y'all have now tried to pursue each other, whatever the case may be. Yeah. And it seems that it's starting to come up as a hassle.
Well, I think it's not your job.
Yeah, it's not your job to then try to understand, how to, because if you keep trying to do that, you keep trying to fix something that can't be fixed then.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, as we said, it should be patient, it should be kind. You shouldn't have to sit there and be like,
that's fair. But I feel like too is unless you choose to, because unless you choose, if you are okay with that type of love, because there are people out here who truly believe that they are healers. And you know, like there are people that can come into someone's life and really actually teach them love, like teach them real love and things like that. And I think when, like I said, like I think when you notice that the love is off, like you said, like love is not hard to just, it's so much harder to give up on love than it is to fix it. You know, like that's so much harder. So it's like, if it can't be fixed or it can't be like built, I think that is when you should remove yourself, because you no longer can benefit that person. That person can no longer benefit from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not your job to then try to figure out, you're going to be continue to hurt yourself more by trying to figure out what it is you have to do to, because that's not a lot to ask for. It's not a lot to ask for somebody to love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not out here trying to beg somebody. I shouldn't be out here trying to beg somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because if it gets to that point, it's like, now the question is, do you love yourself? Do you respect yourself enough to? And that's where I'm at. That's the truth. That's where I'm at in life right now.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real.
I feel like I'm at a point in life where the same. Like, I only want to give the love that I know I deserve. Yeah. And I only want it from the people that is ready to give it. You know, like,
I don't want to rush nobody either. So, don't even try to bark up a tree if you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I'm very respectful of other people's situations and what they have been through in life, because I mean, like, life can be rough. It can be pretty messed up and stuff, but I'm a believer of, if you keep going, it ain't gonna get no worse. I promise. Like, I promise whatever was going on 2 years from now is gonna look like nothing compared to what's about to take place 2 years in your future.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, what is love? Love is loving yourself. Loving yourself first. Loving who you are, You
can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself first. Yes. That's real. I swear to God. I swear. You cannot sit there and think you are ready to love somebody if you are still in your head. If you do not love yourself enough, if you have any type of, like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, but I know some people really,
shame,
guilt, shame, insecurities. If you fighting demons and stuff, you're just not ready, and that's where that's just like a true thing that people honestly should just stand on, just so you're not hurting yourself or wasting nobody else's time. Yeah. Because then you also can't get mad when you got somebody that's sitting there trying to love you, but you just don't love yourself enough that you push it, because then it's not fair to them. Yeah. Now they question it like, dang, you know what I'm saying? It's just, so I do feel like that was really good. I feel like in order to love anybody, you have to start with yourself.
I agree.
What is love? Love is Leah.
Yeah, love is Laurel. Like, I'm so serious. That's actually really good. I think it's like, you know,
because like, just back to Kurt Franklin, because love is patient, love is kind, love is sweet. If you
Giving
love
that all
yourself,
to yourself.
you can be patient with yourself.
You can be kind to yourself.
You gonna be sweet to yourself.
If you are not hitting those on the nail with yourself, and don't get me wrong, everybody has their days. We are human.
Yeah.
Like, please believe that even godly people, we are human. We're gonna have our times, we're gonna have our days and stuff. But overall,
and we will have our insecurities. That's life.
Absolutely.
But to carry them on and then project them to others and stuff,
yeah.
you're now not only not loving yourself, but you're like, you telling the world, basically.
And you know, a person, let me tell you about something about what's so funny about love. A person that loves themselves, they instantly can tell when somebody is not loving themselves. You
read straight through that.
You instantly know when somebody is insecure, somebody's dealing with flaws and stuff within themselves, because it's really, and if I'm being honest, about how people choose to carry themselves in society and in the outside world, and that's what could really reflect on how much or how genuine. I don't want to say how much, but how genuine your love is for yourself.
That's real.
You know, because like, love for yourself it doesn't need validation from anybody. Not the internet.
So it's like, then and just how you said that. So then, I mean, you should never, in any situation, be sitting there trying to figure it out or validate your love or how you should be loved.
I agree.
I feel like that's just honestly the best way to kind of view it. So God is love.
Yeah, you are love.
You are love.
And when you pour anything into yourself, that is when you could pour out to others.
Yeah,
you cannot pour out love to others if you're not even love yourself.
if you don't love yourself, you can't. You can think you can. You can try your hardest, but you already are. You're already, and you always are going to be carrying bigger things that somebody else, that the person that you really are thinking that you're pouring that love into, they have no idea. And then they can't help you no way.
Yeah, but
so now they sitting there thinking they getting love and that they in love, and it's like,
yeah, it's like the more you allow those things that hate or that non-self-love to build up, the more you allow for manipulative people in your life, the more you allow for more stress in your life, more distractions, you know, because you are trying to run away from yourself. You're trying to run away from who you truly are.
And some people have, like me, I honestly have so much patience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really a loving person. I really love everybody. I love to see people happy. I love to see people smile. I love to bring my family and friends together. Like, I got so much love in my heart, y'all. It don't even make sense. But I do know now that I'm just at a point, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it all by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I can't love, because that's not true, because I have too much of it in myself, but I can't do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, anything that I feel, I realize that anything that comes my way, if it don't seem already, if it's already not sweet, if it already ain't patient, if it already ain't genuine, I don't want to waste my love. You know, I don't want to. I don't think I'm like in a place anymore where I feel like I can fix everything, or I can feel like I can heal everything, because I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that itself is me taking more pride into me loving myself. I deserve a little more.
I agree. I think everyone, if I'm being honest, I think everyone needs a selfish phase, because that's all it is. I mean, like, truth be told, like, all it is a phase of you are truly getting to know you are dating yourself. And then when you date anyone, you kind of don't have time for nothing else, you know? Like, so when you are dating yourself, it's like you're taking yourself out and trying new experiences and learning about yourself and stuff in different ways that you never thought you could.
And also too, let me pick it back up that, because I will say too, I wouldn't totally agree with that too, because even if you are in a relationship, yes, you still should continue to date yourself. You need to make sure you also still have that individuality, because if you don't, and you think that, you know what I'm saying, that's also how you do start to lose yourself. That is how you start to then realize, once you're in that relationship, and if that's over with, now you really do think that you don't got nothing. You really do think you're out here on your own and stuff. So I actually do feel like, regardless though, in a relationship or not, you have to love yourself. That's real. That's just, you have to.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I feel like when you go through your phase of loving yourself, like truly dating yourself, I think it's easier to test when you are now in like a physical relationship with someone else, how much you can keep up with loving yourself and things like that. I think that's when it becomes a test. for you as the individual.
You do.
On
But
like,
as I said, that's just more of a you thing, it's a more of a work thing, because you also don't want to be that person too that kind of like blames your partner now to make it seem like, because now I don't do nothing, I can't, because that wouldn't be fair to them. You know what I'm saying? If you truly genuinely love yourself, it would never actually be a question. None of the things that you used to do, it would never be a question. Because why would that change? And why should that change? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm at a point where I only want people a part of my life who can balance their love.
Yeah.
And
if it's too much, then it's
and not even like in a too much way, but because they love themselves so much, they know what type of love they need from types of people in their lives.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us misplace our love with others that it should not be with, or that type of love should not be with.
Yeah.
And I think that's what more so the learning lesson comes in when you like are dealing with relationship wise. Like sometimes we place like love in our friendship, a certain type of love in our friendships that should not be there, and that should be left for maybe like our siblings, or like that should be left for maybe like our significant other, and things like that. So I think it's all about really necessarily finding a balance, because like I have learned is that I don't want to toot my own horn, but I can do it all. I can love unconditionally, love myself. I can love any and everything around me and stuff. I feel like that has always been my biggest goal.
And it goes back to what you are truly ready for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree.
So I feel like that does play a big factor. Like, I feel like I am also the same as you. Like, I know what I'm ready for. I'm ready for it all. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What is love?
Love is me.
Love is me.
Love is her.
Shy girl who?
Shy girl where?
And what would a shy girl say if a shy girl wasn't shy?
She would say, what's up? It's your girl over. I'll just play. She would say, love who loves you.
That was good.
Love who loves you. Like whatever that love may look like, even if it's for that night, even if it's for that for 2 years. I'm saying like, like whatever it is. I don't know if it could be a person or a thing, like in a book or something that night, but love it. Actually feel it, actually enjoy it, because like I think that's how you learn who you are. Like that's how you learn what you like to do, what you love to do, who you are. Yeah. So what would yours say? What would a shy girl say if she wasn't shy?
I would say love yourself before you feel as if you are ready to love anybody else. Just so you're not out here, hurting people or wasting people's time, or even bringing unnecessary hurt to yourself, because you think you also are really truly doing something that you're not, you know what I'm saying? And that's just real. I feel like just love when you are really ready, and it is only gonna start with yourself.
I agree.
So I guess that's all, y'all.
Yeah.
Until next time, episode 5 coming when it comes.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yes.
We out of here.
That's it.